Welcome to Today's Issues, a community service program informing you of the issues and events in the four-state area. Now, here are the issues for today on KNEO 91.7 FM.
Good morning. This is Luke Taylor with your KNEO Capital Report. Representative Bob Bromley will join us today to discuss the work being done to reduce taxes and fees on Missourians. We'll join him now with today's report.
Good morning. This is Representative Bob Bromley. I hope everyone's doing well and staying warm. I mentioned last week that the Speaker of the House wanted to address some property tax issues, and this has been a problem in a lot of areas of the state, so he's actually appointed a special committee on property tax reform. And some of the things that, we normally don't think about, but we know there's going to be property taxes. We know that everybody's going to pay property taxes, but we just want those to be fair. And in most of the counties in the state, they're not having a lot of issues, and I don't think there's a lot of appeals going on, and people believe that it's a fair treatment of your taxes. But especially in Jackson County, which is up by Kansas City, there are some examples that are just unbelievable. And there was one homeowner in Independence that their home value went from $129,000 to $233,000. And it's a two-bedroom house. Their actual property taxes went from $1,800 to $2,900. And if you can even imagine, in the city of St. Louis, personal property taxes increased on average 30%. So if you had exactly the same property, the same vehicles in that, your property taxes went up 30%. And we're not seeing the same things in all areas of the state, but that's something that as a state legislator, you really want to have some controls over that and make sure that we're not taxing people out of their houses and making it very difficult on people. And so you want it to be a fair system and not have these big increases. So hopefully that committee will get something worked on and come to some resolution to help these counties direct their property tax collections in a more fair and equitable way. And so far, we've had 200 bills referred to committees. One of my bills that I'd really like to get through, and this is not popular with everybody, I'm sure, but when you go in to get a license on your car, back in those days, you would get a new license every year, and then it went to where you get a 2-year license. And we've changed some things over the years that you don't have to get your car inspected for the first 10 years. So I put a bill in this year, and I'm hoping it will gain some traction and maybe make it to committee, that you could just go in if you bought a newer car and you wanted to get a 5-year license plate, that would be an option. And so if you bought a car that was less than 5 years old, you could go in and get a 1-year plate, a 2-year plate, or a 5-year plate, and the fee would just simply be how much it costs you per year. And that might save us a few trips to the DMV and the license office, which I know some of us would be interested in doing that. And I also want to, at this time, remind everyone that you can always watch all the committee meetings and the floor debate that we have going on up here in Jeff City on the House website. And you can also watch the Senate ones. But you can listen to all the testimony that's going on. And if you have a particular bill that you want to get more information on that, you can go to our website and get all that. You can actually submit testimony if you have a strong opinion, either for or against the bill. You can actually submit that to the committees online, and that will be put in the permanent record to be reviewed. And so with that, I just would encourage everybody to do that. Make sure you know what we're doing up in Jeff City. And if you ever do get up here to Jeff City, just please come by my office and say hi. We'll take a tour of the Capitol. And I hope everyone has a great day. Stay safe. And it's my honor and privilege to serve you up here in Jefferson City.
162nd District State Representative Bob Bromley can be reached at his Jefferson City office at 573-751-7082.
This has been Today's Issues. For more information about the issues you've just heard, call 417-451-5636. Today's Issues is presented as a public service of KNEO 91.7 FM, a Sky High radio network.